and welcome to BFS Wargaming. So today we are doing another episode in the series for the Necron codex review, and today we are looking at transports, we're looking at flyers, and we're looking at Lords of War. So we're going to get straight into it. Please go back and have a look at the other ones if you haven't. We've done 3 other videos so far, and after this one we're going to do a video looking at the stratagems and list building. So Ghost Arks, it's our, well, we've got 2 transports now. So Ghost Ark is our main transport of what you, so they have, just like the Doomsday Ark, they have exactly the same profile as the Doomsday Ark. They're exactly the same model apart from just turned up, slightly different. So they have the Gauss Flux Arc, so they have the 10 shots from, or 20 shots if you're in rapid fire range. Strength 4 -1/1 damage. They have quantum shielding. They have the repair barge. So this is one of the reasons why you take the Ghost Ark, because they can repair D3 Necron warriors in your command phase. So it's quite nice. I think they're a good unit. I think there's definitely a place for them if you're taking a Necron warrior heavy unit. They can take up to 10 Necron warriors in transport. I wish it was 20, because Necrons want to play big blobs of warriors because you get to reanimate and all that sort of thing. And you take 10 and it's like they just die a little bit too easy because of the 4-up save. And then you don't ever get to use the Ghost Ark to reanimate them and all the other things you can do to reanimate them. So yeah, it's yeah. So for me, I feel like I'd like it to be 20, but maybe that's too much, having 20 warriors jump out of a Ghost Ark. I don't know. I don't think it is, because I don't think warriors are amazing, but obviously GW didn't feel like it was right. So moving on, we've got the Doom Scythe. Doom Scythes are, in 8th, they were played a lot. They had a really good stratagem. That stratagem's been taken away. So they used to be able to do a lot of mortal wounds. So the Doom Scythe has like the supersonic, hard to hit and airborne that all aircraft have, and they explode. And so basically you have a twin Tesla Destructor, which is heavy 10, strength 7, 0 AP, and 1 damage, and you get 2 hits for every hit for 6, 2 extra hits. And they have the Heavy Death Ray. So a Heavy Death Ray is heavy 3, strength 12, 36-inch range, strength 12 -4, D3 plus 3 damage. Really, really strong weapon. However, they have a 3+ save, their toughness 6, and they're -1 to hit because they're hard to hit because of their supersonic and they fly. They're so easy to kill. So easy to kill. They're very glass cannons, and I mean, they're too expensive for how easy they are. They're 200 points, and they're just too expensive for how easy they are to kill. I mean, if they were 150 points or 160 points, then I might think about it. Or if they had quantum shielding. If they had quantum shielding, I'd take it for 200 points. Be good. I don't even think it would be like massively underpriced. I think it would be good. I mean, the fact that it's -1 to hit as well, it might make it a little bit. So if you took the -1 to hit away and then just gave it quantum shielding, then I think it would be fine. But yeah, for me, too easy to kill, and too many points for something that's that easy to kill, basically. So the Night Scythe has been changed, so it has the transport keyword. So when you get out of it, you get out of it as it's, or you used to get out of it as if it's a transport anyway, but when it blows up, the guys will get out rather than being lost in the tomb world and they can't get onto the battlefield. So this has the supersonic, airborne, hard to hit, exactly the same. This has the twin Tesla Destructor, so exactly the same gun as the Doom Scythe. It just doesn't have the Heavy Death Ray, and it's exactly the same profile. So this is cheaper, and it's a transport, and if you want to get someone up the field, like it can take Dynasty Corps, Infantry, infantry characters or dynastic agent infantry models. So you got a few options, and it can transport 20. So you can take 20 warriors in it. Now it's worth it. Now it's worth taking. So yeah, I like the Night Side now. I think it's definitely definitely a good choice, and I think it's worth looking at to take. So we move on to the Lords of War. Starting off with the Obelisk. It's still horrendous. I think it got voted the worst model, rules for the model in 8th edition. I think it might have got worse. It's just terrible. So, I mean, it's just a big block. So, it's strength and toughness 8. It's got 2-up save. Ballistic skill 3. Movement 8 inches. Attack 6. Weapon skill 6. So, it's not moving very far. 2-up save is nice. Makes it a little bit more durable. So, it has Death Descending, so you can set it up in Deep Strike and then it can come down 9 inches away as of turn 2. It has Hovering Sentinel, so in your movement phase the model remains stationary, then until the start of your next movement phase the Tesla Seer has a type Assault 6, so it gets 2 extra shots, an extra strength characteristic, so it's got a strength 8 and it becomes damage 2, which is really nice. So it means you've got 24 shots at strength 8, 0 AP, 2 damage, and you're getting extra hits on 6s. So that is nice. That makes it better. But it explodes, D6 mortal wounds on a 6, and then it has Gravity Pulse. Now Gravity Pulse, I feel could be a really good rule, but it's not, and it wasn't last edition. It's just it should be better for a Lord of War. It's a Lord of War, like as in it's meant to be the Lord of War. It's meant to be destructive. I'll read it. In your shooting phase, you can select one enemy unit that can fly and is within 24 inches of this model. Until the start of your next shooting phase, half the move characteristic of the models in that unit. Wow. Devastating. However, if the selected unit is an aircraft, roll 2d6. For each point by which the total exceeds that unit's toughness characteristic, that unit suffers 1 mortal wound. Each unit can only be selected for this ability once per phase. Now, if you were to do that to an aircraft, so let's say it's an Eldar aircraft, they're only toughness 6. Most other aircrafts probably a maximum of toughness 7. I think there's very few that are T8. 2d6, you know, let's say you rolled a 12, you could do 6 mortal wounds to a toughness 6 plane. Nice. Quite like it. Why don't they just have it for why only aircraft? Why not just any unit can fly? I know there's units that can fly that are only toughness 3, but yeah, then you might get 9 mortal wounds. It's a Lord of War. It should be able to do 9 mortal wounds once to one unit once per turn. Like, if that was the case, then you go, okay, this actually could be pretty decent. And it's only against units that fly. So if you've got an army of Genestealer Cult, it doesn't even work against them anyway. So why not have it? If you change that Gravity Pulse, it's only units that can fly, 24 inches, roll 2d6, do that many mortal wounds on anything that can fly. Yeah, cool. That's quite good actually. I'm now contemplating whether I would take it, especially now it's got the damage 2, assault 6, strength 8 Tesla. I'm sitting there thinking, okay, maybe it might be worth 400 points or whatever it is. Let's have a look how many points it is actually, before I completely rip it apart. I better just check. It is Obelisk, 370 points. So it's pretty expensive. Like, I don't know, it has 28 wounds and it's toughness 8, but I want it to do some damage. It's not as horrendous as I probably first thought, but it's still bad. I'm still not going to take it, and I don't think anyone else will, unless they're just taking it for a laugh. it's not a good data sheet. I think if you change the gravity pulse, then it's a good data sheet. Then I'm thinking, yeah, I'll probably take that. And it's still not like a must-have, but I'm thinking, yeah, I'll probably take that. Like, it could be quite cool. Okay. Tesseract Vault. This is pretty much the exact same data sheet as the Obelisk, except it's T7 instead of T8. Because it's open instead of closed, which is cool. I like that. It has the Tesla sphere on it, and you have a Catan inside. So with this, you get to 4 powers of the Catan, and depending on your wounds characteristics, your wounds, how many wounds you've got left is how many powers of the Catan you can do. So if you've got over 16, you can do 3. Between 9 and 15, you can do 2, and between 1 and 8, you can only do 1 power. But you still know 4. It has a 4-up invulnerable save, so it makes it very durable with 30 wounds. Oh yeah, it's got 30 wounds as well, so it's got 2 more wounds than the Obelisk. And it also explodes on a 4+ rather than a 6. And it's everything within 2d6 suffers d6 more wounds. The Tesseract Vault's good. You can get some nice mortal woundage off it. Yeah, I like it. It's a good model. It's 500 points now, so it has come down from last edition, which went up to like 550 in the end. It's got a couple of extra wounds, 2+ save, 4+ invuln on a toughness 7 model. It's good. It's durable. I like it. Okay. Next up is the Monolith. Now, I moaned and moaned and moaned about this model in 8th edition because I just wanted it to be good because it's cool, and they've given it a new model and they've given it a new data sheet and it's cool and I like it. So we have movement 8, so it has gone up 2 inches. It used to be movement 6, which was just too slow. It basically just moved its base. It was just, yeah, it was too slow. So I'm glad it's gone 8. I would have liked to have seen it to go to 10 and like have 10, 8, 6 in the degradation table. And then Ballistic Skill 3, Strength and Toughness 8, Wounds 24, so it got an extra 4 wounds, which is nice. Attack 6, it's nice. It's even nicer in a minute when I tell you the rule. And then it's got a 2+ save, which is what I said it needed, a 2+ save on a T8 model. It stops all the little bits getting through, and it means it so that even against -4, you're still getting a 6-up save. You can still have a chance to get a save, which is really, really key. It's, 2-up saves nearly as good as a 5-up invuln, nearly. So, well, it's better in some ways if you've got a 3+ save and a 5-up invuln, or a 2+ save, So, it depends what shooting at. It has the option of taking the Gauss Flux Arc, which is 30-inch range, rapid fire 3, strength 5, -2, 1 damage. So you have 4 of these, so you could have either between 12 or 24 shots, depending on whether they're in rapid fire range. Really, really nice. Great anti-horde, anti-space marine, like just good infantry killers. Really good infantry killers. Or you can swap them for the Death Ray, which is 24-inch range, heavy 1, so you get 4 of them, so 4, heavy, so it'll be 4 shots. Strength 9, -3, D3 +3 damage. Really, really cool. Really nice anti-tank. Yeah, brilliant. Love it. They are, so I thought it was, because in the points it says 360 points for Monolith, and then it says Death Ray +5 points. So I just plussed it by 5. So I thought to swap the 4 Death Rays for the 4 Gauss Flux Arcs, it was just 5 points. Apparently it's 5 points per one, so it goes from 360 to 380. Probably makes sense. Yeah, so just a little thing there. Apparently it's 380 points, not 365 for the Death Ray version. Particle Whip is the other weapon on it. So this always has this weapon. So the other 2 are options. This is what you'll always have. is 36-inch range, heavy D6, strength 12, -3, 3 damage. Very good. It is blast. So, which is quite nice. It just means you can't use it in combat. So, the Portal of Exile, the melee weapon, is strength fuser, -3, 3 damage. So you get 6 attacks. Strength 8, -3, 3 damage. This weapon automatically hits its target, so you don't have to roll to hit. It's so good. So good. Just brilliant. I love it. And it's made monoliths scary. They're good, you know. So you have Death Descending, so you can bring it down from Deep Strike. You have Hovering, so distance is measured from either the model's hull or its base, whichever is the closest. Explodes, D6, 6 inches, suffers D6 more wounds. Has the Eternity Gate. In your movement phase, if this model remains stationary, then in the reinforcement step, that phase, it can summon a unit. If it does, select one core infantry unit from your army that is in strategic reserves. Set up that unit anywhere on the battlefield that is wholly within 3 inches of this model, not within engagement range of any other enemy models. And models in that unit that are set up using this ability count as having moved a distance in inches equal to their move characteristic in the movement phase. Oh, so they're set up within 3 inches. So you're set up, but then you can't move again, which is a shame, but yeah, it's fine. So that's quite cool. So you could stick, like, for instance, some Lich Guard in strategic reserves, and then when someone starts getting close to your monolith, you just jump the Lich Guard out and then hack the people to pieces. So yeah, love the monolith. Great. It's now a Lord of War. Obviously, it used to be heavy support, but I understand it because it's a Lord of War. Yeah, I think it's really good. Okay, we move on to the Silent King. I've been waiting for the Silent King since I started playing Necrons, and I wasn't expecting him to come, and then he arrived, and I was very excited. And I'm still excited. I've got the model. I'm in the process of painting it because it's going to take me a long time, I feel. But yeah, it's a fantastic model. And the rules are fantastic as well. So, let's go through. So he has like a degradation table. So he's movement 8, weapon skill 2, ballistic skill 2, strength 5, toughness 7, 16 wounds, 6 attacks, 3+ save. However, he's 16 wounds, but he's actually 26 wounds because he has the 2 triarchal men here, which are 5 wounds apiece. And basically, if you take wounds, they have to go first. So weapons, he has the Annihilator Beam, which is on the triarchal men here. It's 36-inch range, heavy 1, strength 12, -4, straight 6 damage. Tasty. So you get 2 of them. It's nice. Then you have the Scepter of Eternal Glory, 24-inch range, assault 3, strength 8, -3, 2 damage. Nice. And then you have Staff of Stars, 24-inch range, assault 9, strength 6, -2, 1 damage. The Scepter of Eternal Glory, which is the melee, for the melee option of that, is +4, so it's strength 9, -3, 2 damage. And then the Scythe of Dust is +3, -4, 3 damage. Each time the bearer fights, it makes 4 additional attacks with this weapon, and no more than 4 attacks can be made. Very nice. Then you have the Staff of Stars melee. It's strength fuser, so strength 5, -2, 1 damage, and each time the attack, you get 3 additional attacks, but no more than 3 with that weapon. So that means you're getting an extra 7 attacks on top of your 6. So you're getting 13 attacks in combat, and quite a bit of shooting. It's nice. It's really, really good. He loses some of this stuff as he degrades, so you do have to have a look at that and keep an eye on it. So Noctilith Beacons. In your opponent's psychic phase, Zarek can attempt to deny 1 psychic power as if he were a psyker. So really nice. 24-inch range. You can just get a deny. It's really good. So you have Obeisance Generators. At the start of the fight if there is any enemy units with engagement range until the end of the phase, those units cannot fight until all other eligible units from your army have done so. Very good. Fight last. Bang. Really, really good. And that's not just... you don't just pick one. That's if any of the units are within 1 inch of him. So all of them have to fight last. It's really good. Pharaon of the Stars. Aura. While a friendly Necron's core unit or Traic Praetorian's unit within 6 inches of Caesaric, they make a ranged attack, they re-roll the hit roll. So re-roll hits for ranged attacks for any core units or Praetorians. Pharaon of the Blades. While a friendly Necron's core unit or Praetorians are within 6 inches, in melee, you re-roll the wound roll. Brilliant. You get My Will Be Done, and you get to do that twice because he's a Pharaon. He's the king, more than a Pharaon. He has Voice of the Triarch, so once per battle at the start of any battle round, if Caesaric is on the battlefield, he can alter your command protocols. If he does, the command protocol you did not assign to any battle rounds before the battle becomes active for your army for that battle round instead of the one you assigned to it. It's nice. You can leave one out now you've got it in your army, and you're like, I need to get more more wounds regained on living metal. You bring that in, bang, nice. Triarchal Menhir. So while this unit contains any Triarchal Menhir models, it does not count as a character for the purposes of Lookout Sir rule. And each time an attack successfully wounds this unit, that attack must be allocated to one of those models. The destruction of Triarchal Menhirs is ignored for the purposes of morale tests if Caesaric is ever destroyed by any remaining Triarchal Menhirs in this unit are also destroyed. I mean, you have to take the wounds on them first, so I don't know how that would happen, but yeah. Then, if your army is battle forged, Caesaric must be your army's warlord, and you receive 3 additional command points. Really good, and rightly so. He is the king. He is the equivalent of the emperor of the Imperium. Trans-temporal force field. Models in this unit have 4 up and vulnerable saves, so everything's got 4 up. Lovely. He has only got a 3 up save though. It's not 2 up save, so it's not super durable, but pretty durable. If Caesaric has 8 or fewer wounds remaining, it cannot make attacks with its Staff of Stars and loses the Pharaon of the Stars ability. If Caesaric has 4 or fewer wounds remaining, it cannot make attacks with the Scythe of Dust and loses its Pharaon of the Blades ability. So, like I said, as you degrade, you start losing some of the abilities, but it's not till you get down to 8 wounds, so you've got to get through 16 wounds before you get to that point, so that's still quite cool. And then Vengeance of the Enchained. When Caesaric is destroyed, roll 1d6 before removing it from play on a 4+. It explodes, and each unit within 2d6 suffers d6 mortal wounds. So nasty explosion on that as well. So really, really cool. I love it. I think they've done a really good job with the Silent King. The model's great. The rules are great. He feels like he is the leader of an entire empire. You know? He's there for a reason. So, lastly, we're going to talk about the Fortification. The new Fortification, the Convergence of Dominion. This has got a 3 up ballistic skill. It's high bracket. It's got strength 6, toughness 8, 10 wounds, and a 3+ save. It has a trans-dimensional abductor. So 12-inch range, it has assault D3, strength 4, -3, 3 damage. It's alright. It would probably be quite good at killing some, maybe 1 Primaris or 2. Convergence of Dominion. When this unit is set up on the battlefield, its models do not have to be set up in a unit coherency. Instead, each model must be set up wholly within 12 inches of one other model from its unit. From that point on, each model in the unit is treated as a separate unit. Dominion Protocols. While friendly dynasty core units within 6 inches of this model, add 2 to the leadership characteristic of that model and unit. Nice. So you get leadership 12. That's pretty good. While a command protocol is active for your army, friendly units with the command protocol's ability within 6 inches of this model benefit from the selected directive of the active command protocol. So nice. They count as another character. Obviously, you still need the noble there to get the command protocols, but they will count as characters for the aura of the command protocols. So that's nice. Translocation Protocols. While there are any Stellar units from your army on the battlefield, Cryptek units in your army can attempt the following action as described in the Warhammer 40,000 core book: activate Translocation Protocols. At the end of your movement phase, one friendly Cryptek unit from your army that is within 3 inches of any friendly Stellar units can start to perform this action. The action is completed at the end of your turn. Once completed, select one of those Stellar units and remove it from the battlefield in the reinforcement step of your movement phase. Set the Stellar unit back up on the battlefield anywhere that is more than 9 inches away from the enemy models. If the battle ends and the Stellar unit is not on the battlefield, it is destroyed. So you have to spend a turn with a Cryptek to then move it. Okay. It's alright. They're cool. It's a cool thing. I don't think I'd play them just to see what they're like and have some fun with them. But I don't think they're like really good or anything. I think they're okay and they're a bit of fun, and it's something cool to test out and have some fun with. So that is the transports, the flyers, and the Lords of War, and a fortification. So the next video, like I said, it's going to be stratagems and list building. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe if you did, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.